Morning everyone, thanks for tuning in to my channel. I'm John and he is Russell. So this week we're going to be working on the landfill bike again, trying to finish off the Speedo clocks dash for the 4th week. Going to introduce you to my new buddy Russell, who is going to keep me nice and warm in my shed. So say hello Russell. Hello everybody. And here's Russell. Russell Hobbs. As you can see, we're full of frost, and that old fire packed up, so I thought I'd put it to some use. So let's see what we can do today. Okay then, in this week's video we're going to be carrying on from where we left off last week on the landfill bike. And the first job I'm going to start doing is cut this little tab off. You can see that. So without further ado, let's go to the loo. Okay then, so that's that off. Now we can put the clocks back on and carry on trying to fit this. Right then, thinking it'll be easier if I take the clocks right off with all the framework, and then it should be easier to work out where to bend this and cut this. That side's near enough there. Just got to do this side. So now I'm going to go indoors where the nice warm gas cooker is and do some plastic bending. So I'll be back in a bit. Right then, got to this stage. It looks a bit weird, but hopefully it'll look alright when it's done. Just these, it all looks alright there. Just don't forget the screen is, the screens are going to go on there like that. You ain't really going to see underneath unless you duck your head down and have a look. It's just these little tunnel corners I'm a bit worried about. Don't like them. So I don't know if I just cut that knuckle off. Try and shape some plastic to go into there, make it look a bit neater, and then I've got to work out how to attach it so it stays connected. So I think I can put this back on the bike now and work out what to do next. So let me put that back on the bike and then I'll turn it back on. Alright then, so I took this plastic trim off. I've traced around this edge, managed to cut that out of one of the waste panels. And, got to try and work with that. Try and fix that in there somehow. And do the same on the other side. And then try and match it up to the clocks. Let's see where we go from there. If we can actually do it. But, you know, it's all trial and error, isn't it? So be with me and I'll be back in a bit. Okay then, so I've had a bit of a flash sideways from these ideas. So ignore that for a bit. I might go back to it, but for now I'm going to try this. This is my old electric fire, what's left of it. What I'm going to try and do is cut that shape out. And use this tin metal for the bottom of my clocks. So let me cut all this out and then we can see where we go from there. Okay, so that's the biggest part of it cut out. So now I've just got to work out where to cut it out properly. But that's what I'm thinking, but whether I can do that or not, we're about to find out. Okay, so this is my first attempt. And this is my second attempt. And that is my third attempt to like this. Now I've just got to work out how to do the other side, and then I've got to work out how to fix this into the bottom. Okay then, so now we've took this off again and I have welded up all the little drill holes that I made, and I have welded in the ends so they don't get filled with rainwater. So now we could try and work out where to bolt that onto there with these little rivet knots. Hopefully we could probably get one or two bolts into there so that can be fixed in with bolts, and then the bottom of this will be riveted around the sides there. Well, that's the plan. So let me see if I can do all that. Right then, so these clocks are starting to do my head in now. So spent about 5 days on these bloody clocks. I've had to rivet this on because I was going to put the bolt rivets in so I could just put bolts in it so I could unscrew them, but this tubing is like double thickness, if you know what I mean. So the actual rivet nuts that you push in are just not biting because the tube is just too thick. So anyway, that's what I've come up with up to yet, after all that faffing about. Okay then, so we did waste hours on that, cutting all that out. It will pull up if you rivet around the sides, but you know, it just looks like a badly wrapped Christmas present, doesn't it? So scrap that idea. Going back to the original idea, putting that in there. Does look better that we've got all these sharp edges. We've got all this crap showing. So what I'm thinking of doing now is, yes, I'm thinking again. I've got a load of this car trim, which obviously I'm going to stick round there. But first I'm going to get Russell. Cut a piece out of Russell and squash him on there so it makes a line all the way around that I can cut out. And then when I've got the piece of cardboard out, what is that shape, transfer it to that and see what we can come up with that. And hopefully this time I'm not just wasting my time. Alright then, so I've got my piece of cardboard cut out. And I'm going to just rest it on top of the clocks and press down on it and then cut out the indentation. And hopefully there'll be no going back to the drawing board and no more renowning. A bit need to push that right up to there and then try it. There, yes, that's better. And I can cut that shape out. Now in theory, that should fit inside. But it doesn't. Bit of trimming here and there, and then it should do. So bear with me while I get that to fit in there. And then I'll come back to you. Okay, so that's that neatly in there. Well, not too bad. So now I want to transfer that to that. Right, so I'm just going to plonk that on there, but I'm thinking I'll bring it down there a bit over that because that might look good in the plastic. So if I bring that down to about there, get my marker, mark it out. That'll do. We can cut that out. Move that out of the way because we don't want that wrapping around the blade, do we? So that should do for that. I'll just trim that up on there all the way around and then see what it looks like. Right then, so we've got that to there. I've got the Speedo thing out so we get the cable on. I've also had to, because I chose to use this bit, also had to cut these tape off the wires, and there was a lug like that just there, but to cut that off and alter the wiring down to there because it was hindering on that. So that is that. When I put the black trim on, it should look alright. It's just how the hell am I going to hold it in position? I think I might get a self-tapper into there, and it's just where to get the other self-tapper. So bear with me while I try and work out how to secure it into place. Right then, so got the hole out for the Speedo. Made a nice bend in there because the wires are making it stand up, and I'm going to get a screw in there, and I'm going to get a screw in there, and I'm going to use that lug and that lug. And what I'm going to try and do is put a dab of grease on there and then a dab of grease on there, place that on top, and then hopefully it'll transfer onto the back of this so I know where to drill. Let's see if it works. Do this one first. That on there where it wants to be, then press that down on there, and luff it. Not sure if that's it. I don't think that's it. Let me try and put a bigger dab of grease on. Grease. You got any grease? Big dollop on. Try again. That's got to have touched, surely. There it is. So let's drill a hole there. Okay then, at last, I think I'm happy with what I've achieved. Let's turn them over, shall we? Yes, I managed to get my screw in there, and my screw in there. Got plenty of this trim. Makes it look a bit nicer. That's going to be satin black. Probably satin black underneath and all, I don't know. I'm not actually sure what colour I'm doing the bike. I don't know whether I'm going for shiny paint or dull paint, matte finish. I would like to go shiny, but you know, shiny is a lot of hard work. Dull paint is the easy way out. So let me get those on there and we'll see what it looks like. Oh blimey, that's what I would call one of those nightmare jobs. But at last I'm there and happy with it. Yes, it doesn't look bad if I don't say myself. See if it looks a bit better with any light. No light, some light. Yes, it don't look too bad, does it, I suppose. I'm not too keen on the rivets, but it's the only way I could do it. But they were always sat in black anyway. I like my spanners. I don't know. Looks weird, doesn't it? That's what I'm going for. Weird. But hopefully not stupid. Yeah, now I've got to do all the panels on the other side. Got to sort the mud guard out, so that'll be next week. I have got a mud guard which I'm going to show you what I'm thinking of putting on, if I can. In my special drawer. That's supposed to go up there somewhere. I'm not going to use that at all. It's got that, so I'm going to have to work out how to fix that to there. Don't you fall off from that fixing there and that fixing there, and there is a fixing inside there as well. Can't see that, can you, because it's too dark. Inside there, and the same on the other side. They look quite cool with that mudguard on, the tiny mudguard and all that crap at the front. Reminds me of one of them scooters. Well, a little bit. Also reminds me of a BMW. So that's it, that's the end of the video. Cool. Part 4, just the clocks and the cockpit. 4 weeks just to do that. As it's been a nightmare for me. Putting things together, scrapping them, chucking them away. All in my rubbish bin. So yes, hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you're enjoying the landfill project. But stay well, stay safe. It's getting really dangerous now, isn't it, out there? So I'll see you on the next one.
I'll see you in another life, brother.